Lee Anderson MP has given an interview to right-wing rag The Spectator in which he called for the reinstatement of capital punishment. Only days later, Prime Minister Rishi Sunak saw it fit to elevate him to the rank of Deputy Chair of the Conservative Party. When asked if he would support the return of the death penalty, Anderson answered yes, stating, "Nobody has ever committed a crime after being executed." You know that, don't you? 100% success rate. Whilst it may appear that calls for capital punishment are an extreme position to take, Anderson's views have deep roots in the history of Britain. Britain's far-right elements have included the National Front, a fringe party formed in 1967 by the combination of the League of Empire Loyalists, the British National Party, and the Racial Preservation Society, followed by the neo-Nazi Greater Britain movement. In 1970, the National Front put out one of its most infamous campaign posters, along with the urge to put Britons first and vote National Front. It stated 6 policies. Horrifyingly, each of these positions can be found in Tory policy or supported by individual Tory MPs right now. Enter Brexit. The Tories and the National Front, for that matter, have already seen their win here. Former Prime Minister Boris Johnson backed a hardline Brexit trade deal, which he called a turning point in the life of our nation. Britain crashed out of the EU single market with little planning or preparation. Immigration. The Tory attitude to immigration is vile, as it always has been, especially rhetoric around pushing back small boat crossings. Take the Home Secretary Suella Braverman as an example. The Tory party's rule has also seen dramatic reductions in overseas aid, just as the National Front demanded 50 years ago. It seems increasingly clear that Britain's problem wasn't with the policies of the National Front themselves. After all, we've repeatedly voted Tories into government who echo all of their main talking points from 50 years ago. The public doesn't like its fascism in jackboots or wearing a shaven head. Instead, the horror should come from the mouths of Eton alums with expensive suits and clipped accents. With Conservatives like these, who even needs fascists anymore?